Slender, the 8 Pages, is a game that can be described as god damn it. You guys have permission to quote that on the title screen if you want. The 8 Pages, or simply named Slender back in the day, took over the internet back in 2012 if you were like 13 years old, which I was. The game came out when I was in year 8 of high school, 8 years later, and I talk about Slender on YouTube. My life hasn't gone great, guys. And games in recent years have followed this trend of being a viral, crazy internet game, like Five Nights at Freddy's, Doki Doki Literature Club, and Baldi's Basics, all kind of recapturing that, ooh, this is weird, internet viral audience. All of which are usually covered to death by family channels and those creepy cartoons clearly made by machines and not humans for YouTube. There was some bendy machine one, and there's like a siren head around. I'm not the target audience, I don't think. All these years later, Slender still remains as that one internet urban legend that really stands out to me. Like Slender himself, he stands. Please fucking laugh at that. I'm in the woods right now, trying to find out about Slenderman firsthand. Hey, what's up? What the fuck are you? Let's just say, your new best friend. Yeah, see you, mate. Anyway, I've heard legends that these very you didn't follow me. Yeah, that was a purposeful decision. Alright, well, let's go. As I was saying, I've heard legends that these woods have Slenderman in them. Okay, idiot, I'll come with you. What is it that you want? Okay, so basically, bad news, dude. Slenderman is in these woods. Oh, God, what's he gonna do to us? Hello? What's he gonna do to us? I don't know. Yeah, thanks Lego Hair, I'll Google it myself. According to the creepypasta fandom— Holy shit, now you're talking! Calm down guys, I know. According to the creepypasta fandom, his main intentions appear to be kidnapping children, as most instances of him appear in stories consisting of stalking a child, and then the child disappearing moments later. However, it's stated that his purpose remains unknown. This is also irrelevant, but I googled what is Slenderman's, and the sentence ended with phone number? Why would you ever ring him?
Hello?
Hey, There was actually a Slenderman movie years ago, where a girl gives herself to Slenderman, and she becomes a tree, I guess. I think that's what— so I have no idea what he actually does. He's gonna get ya! So I guess that's that. Just don't let him catch us? Oh, what was that, Lego? Dude? Bad news, Sam. That's Slender. That means my hunch was correct. He's in these woods and he's gonna get us. Dear God, I should have listened to you earlier! We gotta get out of here then, Lego fart? Okay, yeah. What did you call me? No, I said the Lego of True Heart? That's what I thought you said, yeah, I just didn't know if I heard it, that correctly, okay. I used to be horrified of the Slenderman. See, there were all these supposed pictures of him in parks and stuff, and he would always come up behind people and startle them. Again, I don't know what he does. I'm a gullible moron, because I actually found the stories and little tales about him exciting and horrifying back in the day. Eventually I realized that was stupid, and stopped being scared about that, but it freaked me out back then for sure. Here it is. Slender, the 8 Pages. The game begins with crickets and footsteps, but otherwise, complete darkness. And we're off. You can't do too much in this game. You walk with the WASD keys, move the camera with the mouse, right-click to turn your flashlight on and off, which is used to both conserve the light since it gets weaker over the course of the game, and also to avoid Slender himself, I think. And finally, you can sprint with the shift key. It's a pretty simple game, so what's the goal? Don't get caught by this asshole and collect 8 pages. Once you've done that, you're good to go. So we just collect 8 pages and we're all fine, right? Exactly, my man. Okay, so that's the first page then. Bad cough. Anyway, time for the rest of the sentence I was gonna say. He doesn't get mad until you actually collect the first page, so don't— Oh no. Now you've aggravated him. You shouldn't have picked up the page first. You're an idiot. Now I know what you're thinking. What is the appeal of running for your life through the woods away from some scary tall guy? And that's understandable. If I wanted that, I could just go camping with my dad. It's really the atmosphere of this game, which honestly is pretty good. The game is super basic. This isn't pushing the limits of gaming or anything, but for a game based on some internet urban legend, it more than does the job. Every single thing you do in this game is loud. Your footsteps are loud, the clicking of the light switch is loud, collecting the pages and the following sound effect, you guessed it, is loud. And this game always has you in suspense. You know that any moment this guy's just gonna pop up and you just have to run. I don't quite know if there's any rhyme or reason for when he appears, he just does. And that adds kind of some of the suspense to it. I'm not saying this game is some crazy high art or anything, but it does the job. Alright, so I figured since we're walking through a forest, I'd just tell you a story. Time for my tragic orphan backstory. My friend James the drummer will be coming along to play a song for you about this, so... A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, I'm not
4.
interested in that at all. Not at all.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it, because Lego Man is such a great guy, he would never say it. You suck! You're a terrible person. You're awful. You're a terrible, awful person. James, the drummer, look out behind you. You just think it's so easy to pass the time, right? Well, you're wrong. It's not easy to pass the time. James, mate. Slenderman? It's behind you. They're in the Slender Woods, he's behind you, mate. Like I'd believe that. I would rather look forward than look behind myself. Nah, I get that, but you're actually gonna die. Like, he's behind you? You know what? This is ridiculous. I'm gonna turn around and prove you wrong. Oh my god! Slenderman took him! Somewhere. Again, we never really found out exactly what he was doing. Look, he left behind 3 pages. That's 4 out of 8. We're on fire, amigo. I guess you could say we're like fireflies to the wallet. Why the fuck would we say that? Oh my... Now we have 4 pages. We gotta run fast. He's gonna be harder to get away from. Quick, head for that bathroom over there. Okay, I think I lost him. Oh no, the bathrooms. There's quite a few iconic locations from this game, and when I say iconic, I mean... I remember them, kind of. It was a real nostalgia trip coming across the locations in this game, like the big tree, the truck, the tunnel, and who could forget the bathrooms? Probably most people who don't spend any amount of time thinking about Slender. This is by far the scariest location in the game though. Your footsteps become louder and there's an echo to everything you do inside here. And there's tons of dead ends. If Slenderman catches you inside here, you're absolutely screwed. Alright, the 5th page. Let's get out of here, mate. I'm gonna be honest. I heard you call me Lego Fart earlier. I know it wasn't the Lego of heart, whatever, so I'm not going. You can leave me behind. Oh, but Lego Man, we've really bonded today, mate. I can't just leave you. Well, you have to. Alright, bye. Wait, did that bastard just leave me here by myself? One of the most annoying parts of this game is that it feels like sometimes you just die and, well... that's it, I guess. He just gets ya. Sometimes you can escape and run for ages, and sometimes you just immediately lose when he spots you for the first time, and that kinda sucks. Otherwise, there's an alternate mode you can play once you beat the game where it's daytime. I will never unlock this in my life. The game's too hard. So that's it for Slender the 8 pages. And page 6. I'm doing rad as hell right now. Sounds like he's getting closer. Lego Man, what do we do? Oh, right. I left him behind. God. How could I have done that? Just think of all the memories we had together. Then I threw it all away. What? Who's there? Oh my god! It's Slenderman! Oh my god, I'm gonna get out of here! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm actually gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh, I have to distract myself somehow, otherwise I'm gonna die. What am I doing? What am I thinking about? What do I talk about? What do I talk about? How about we talk about a bunch of other Slenderman games? Slenderman's Shadow is an unofficial spin-off series to Slender the 8 pages, created by Mark Steen and Ray Burgress, according to this wiki page. Most of these maps came out during the time period of the big Slender craze, and some of these I look back on with a bit of fondness. I remember being hyped for some of these. They are all way worse than the initial title though, in my opinion. There's 10 games in total, so we can quickly run through them. The first Slenderman Shadow title, Sanatorium, takes place in an abandoned medical facility. It's mostly made up of hallways and it's just really hard to navigate. Like, the 8 pages is structured in a way. It's a forest, but you can learn the layout on your second time through or so. This one, there's no chance in hell. The goal is the same as the 8 pages, collect 8 pages and you win. I ended up finding 2, and somehow just dying here. Pretty unceremonious. I didn't love Sanatorium. That's okay, Hospice is next. This one absolutely sucks. The light through the window completely ruins the map. They're glaringly obvious and bright compared to everything else. I found it really difficult to find pages anywhere on this map, and eventually, I just got spun around, and that was it. Elementary is probably my favorite of all of the Slenderman Shadows series. The level takes place in an elementary school where you collect teddy bears instead of pages. Going forward, these games like to make you collect things other than pages, and this begun that trend. The actual layout is somewhat interesting and unique compared to the first 2. I feel like you can actually learn this one, so that's a plus. And the outdoor area is visually interesting compared to the long hallways of the past 2 maps. I enjoyed this one, and I got 5 out of 8 bears. Happy days. Mansion is also fine. We're on a roll. This one is better strictly due to its level design though, taking place in a big mansion. Weirdly, this one begins with a story description which the others lack, which boils down to, you are experiencing slender sickness, apparently something people can experience according to the Slenderman wiki, and we're inside this guy's mind, reliving his childhood or whatever. The only way to escape? Find enough childhood mementos. The actual collectibles are not good. You're simply told to find mementos, and if that sounds broad to you, you have no idea. This painting? That's one of them. This grandfather clock? Ridiculous. So you spend the whole game just clicking any item thinking that could be a fucking memento, and it's not. You just click a bunch of random crap. I appreciate the idea, but the mementos needed to stand out way more for this to work. Now that I'm thinking about it, this grand piano in the middle of the forest might be something. It can't be a page, can... no, it was. Oh my god. Oh jeez, it sounds like he's close. What am I gonna do? Hello, Sam. What? Who was that? That sounded familiar. Like me, but a bit different. Yeah, it was me all along. Jesus Christ, Lego Man? You were Slender all this time? But how? What about that guitar guy?
James
James the drummer. What about him?
That was the Slender sickness. It didn't happen.
Yep.
So, what now then?
I take you. Unless you can find all 8 pages. But you'll never find the 8th page. It's not like it's in some big present. A Christmas present? Off I go! Wait. Oh, god damn it. Claustrophobia is weird. I like the idea, you're in a hedge maze, but you can't tell where you're going because it's so visually confusing. Oh yeah, I know, big surprise, it's a hedge maze. But you're finding little keys on the floor. This one's ridiculous. 7th Street was the easiest back in the day. This is the only Slender map I've ever successfully completed on my own. You're collecting 6 pages, for some reason it's pages again, and then you're good to go. I didn't complete it on this go, but if you were to devote like 20 minutes to it and learn the layout, this one's actually pretty easy. Even having no idea what I was doing, I still got 3 out of 6, so... if you want to beat a Slenderman game, I'd recommend this one. Prison blends together with half the maps. You just walk around a visually uninteresting maze, collecting pages again. It's just corridors and hallways. Apparently during development, there was going to be a pyramid map in the game, but it was replaced and never materialized. Too bad, because this one sucks. Carnival was a cool theme. That's all that's really here. It's so easy to get completely lost in this map, because there's so many tiny rooms which all look identical. You're collecting pieces of evidence? And you might be thinking, that's ambiguous. What is that? What is an item of evidence? I have no idea. I didn't find a single one. Whatever. Finally, we have the Christmas special, where we're tasked with collecting 8 presents. The map is interesting enough. There's these giant presents, and it's pretty unique compared to the other maps. Weirdly, there's just invisible walls marking the territory off. Compared to every other map where there's fences and whatnot to stop you from continuing, this was kinda weird. I didn't do too well, only finding 3 presents in total, but there's something unique about this map. You run from Santa! Try to be excited. Finally, the present! Did nothing. What? What the hell? You fool. Of course it would do nothing. It's a Christmas present. You're the furthest you've ever been from the 8th page now. You forgot one thing. I have a gun. Bam bam, fam. Yeah, I'm immune to bullets. Okay, then I surrender. You win. So this is it. Sam, I'm finally gonna take you away. I guess I'm finally gonna find out where Slenderman takes his victims. Come with me! So overall, I didn't love the Shadow series. Had some interesting ideas and some good maps. I enjoyed the school, mansion, and city, and liked the idea of both the hedge maze and the carnival, but they translate very poorly to Slender maps. The best part of this game and craze was definitely the original 8 pages title though. It's charming, it's simple, but it's very effective. Even now in my 20s, I can still play that game and at least raise my eyes at the sound of them getting closer. It's funny and enjoyable. If you've never played it before, I don't know if I'd recommend it now. I think you definitely do need to have like that nostalgia angle to be connected to it, but I at least enjoyed my time going back to Slender the 8 pages. Time to delete these games from my computer. Oh my god, it's pure darkness. No, we're just in the dark. What? Where are we? We're at the movies, watching the Slenderman movie. It's the only way I can get people to watch this. Oh my god, is this my punishment for being caught? I have to watch this movie forever? No. You just have to watch it once. Oh my god! Somebody save me!